Good morning. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Walt Dittrich. I live in Chestnut Hill. I live there with my wife. We've been married for over 21 years, and with our 3 children, aged 20, 17, and 15. And they've grown up here in Providence for these past 8 years. I myself grew up here in Las Vegas since '73, and I graduated from Rancho High School, which is where I've met my wife at. So back in the 70s and 80s, we had a good neighborhood feel, the neighborhood I lived in. But then in my adult years, I moved to neighborhoods that weren't as close. But now that we moved out here to Providence, I love it because I know all my neighbors, we have block parties, and then Providence itself has huge events. You get to meet people, and everything is so friendly, and I love living here.
Great. Well, describe why you would like to be on the board of directors for the Master HOA.
The main reason is I want to make sure that Providence continues to be as great as it is. As I said, I love living here, and as we're growing, more people will be coming here, and I want them to enjoy living here also. Just continue to make it this great community that it is.
And what do you see as a priority for the incoming board?
Right now we're going through transition, which means the developer is moving away, they're transitioning to homeowners. So that means that we can do what we want to do. We, the homeowners, the residents of Providence, have complete control. We direct management to do what we want. And that is the priority, to make sure everything is how we want it to be.
Walt, describe for us your skills or experiences that would be of a benefit to the overall success of the Master Association.
I guess my biggest experience that relates exactly to Providence is that I've served on my sub-association board for about 6 years now. In fact, right now I'm the president. And in that role is running the sub-association. I have to answer to the residents what they want, whether it's landscaping needs or traffic control. And so everything I do is what they want. I work for the residents. And as a board member of Providence, that same thing would come true, working for the residents.
What is your long-term and short-term vision for the Master Association?
What is my vision? I'm just one person. I mean, we have over 4,500 residents now, and we're going to continue to grow. So what my vision is that their vision is represented.
Wonderful. Walt, share with us some strengths and weaknesses related to being on the board, especially in regard to leadership.
Well, as I said, I'm the president of my sub-association, and I could say great things about myself, but I think people in Chestnut Hill would be better suited to talking about me. So I ask anybody to reach out to those residents, friends and neighbors, to ask them what's going on in Chestnut Hill and see if they think it's running great.
Walt, share with us some strengths and weaknesses related to being a board member in regard to financial understanding.
Well, every month we have to review the financial, that is the bank statements. We have to do the budget every year, and that involves all the expenditures of the association. So we definitely want to keep in line with that and make sure everything comes out correct.
Wonderful. What about some strengths or weaknesses that you may have in regards to architectural review or architectural designs?
So an HOA has rules related to architectural design. I'm not an architect, and if you ask my wife, I don't even know what looks good or what doesn't look good. But I also think that people should have a chance to do what they want with their home within the guidelines. And I've served on the design review committee of Chestnut Hill, helping to approve or disapprove things. And it's not even disapprove, it's just making sure people follow the guidelines. And the guidelines are loose enough that people can do what they want to do as long as it doesn't hurt the overall look of the association.
Thanks, Walt. Explain to us some of your thoughts, strengths and weaknesses in regard to the social lifestyle and the culture of Providence.
Oh, that's my favorite. Providence has so many events all year long, different things for different age groups, and I participate in most all of them. Granted, I've never been to a teddy bear tea party or a superhero luncheon, but my kids were 8 years old at the youngest when we moved in. still, there's so many events for people of all ages, and there's always coming new ones. And I love participating in them. I hope residents do. And a goal would be to make more events to appeal to some people. Maybe there's somebody sitting at home like, oh, I don't like that event. I don't like that event. Well, what do they like? Let's get more people involved. Have more fun for everyone.
Wonderful. Walt, briefly describe one aspect of the Master Association's programs that you would do differently and why.
I did just say get more people involved, and part of that is getting them to understand what goes on. So many times you run into people that say, what about this or what about that? Because they don't know. So how can we get that out to them? More information, more transparency. How much do we spend on landscaping? People say, well, why do we spend that much? Or answering all their questions. Maybe the website, maybe social networking. There's so many ways, some things that we haven't even thought of. Somebody talk about an app where you can say, hey, there's a leak here, and they report it and the association gets that information. So there's new technologies, and I just want everybody to become more involved, and that's where I would improve the association. More people involved, and everybody gets to know what's going on.
In the last minute, do you have anything additional that you would like to add?
No, not really. Okay. Listen, I'm doing this video and running for the board because I want to serve the community. I truly do. And I hope that people vote for me. If they don't, that's okay. I just want them to vote. People to get out and vote. Find out about the candidates. Vote for the people that you want to have represent you in the community. I'm easy to get a hold of. You can find me online. If you want to contact the management office, I've given them permission to give out my contact information. Call me, text me, email me, and I'll get back to you and answer any questions that you might have. I'm here to serve you, and I will continue to be around. My wife has given me permission that we're going to live here a very long time, and so we are, and I love it here. So my life is complete. Thank you very much.
Thank you.